Hardware versus software switchers. Which do you go with? Where does the Stream Deck fit into all of this? And what is our personal recommendation for this method? Hi, I'm jtlawrie, and I help you produce amazing online live stream content for your brand. This is a question we get asked all the time. Should I use a software switcher or a hardware switcher? We're going to focus on two options here. We're going to look at the ATEM and versus a software switcher. And then we're also going to look at how does the Stream Deck fit into all this. As if you guys know me at all, you know I love the Stream Deck. I use it personally and I love it, but where does it fit in? So let's jump right into it. So the first option we have is the ATEM only. This is great if you want to control everything through a hardware solution. We have software only, so something like Ecamm Live. We could combine the two and have an ATEM with a software, or we could add in the Stream Deck, but we're not quite sure how that fits in yet. The first thing, though, that we need to understand is that tech is not everything. You can have the most sophisticated production in the world, but if your content is not there, doesn't matter what tech you have, content is always, always, always the most important thing you need to think of when delivering your live webinar, your Zoom meeting. Always focus on the content. The tech is great, but it is not everything. So what is our intention? This we have to be super clear about. Well, we could be doing a virtual event. Maybe we're running a 3-day conference and, 2020 taught us anything. We went all virtual. We could be running a virtual event. We could be live streaming. We could do a professional Zoom meeting, a webinar. We could do a pro video recording with all the fancy stuff. So the first option we have is that ATEM only option. This is going to allow us to have a video switcher. We're able to connect up to 4 cameras into this device through HDMI, and then it sends out a single video source, which your computer can then push out into a live video stream. This is great because you only have one video source going in, so you could use it with something like StreamYard and still have that multiple camera effect. So it does come in a few different varieties. I didn't go ahead and pull the list of all of them just because they are ever changing this list and I want this video to kind of be an evergreen video. But there are several different options. They come at a variety of different price points. I'm not going to lie, they are on the higher end side. But if you are serious about wanting to use the ATEM, this is definitely an option you could look into. So what are some of the pros of using an ATEM? It is inexpensive in that you're not having to buy multiple different things. You're just buying one device. It is relatively easy to set up because you just connect the cameras, like I said, through HDMI. And it does remove a lot of stress from your computer because now instead of connecting the cameras to your computer, you're connecting them to the ATEM and you're only connecting the ATEM to your computer. So all that processing power is being done inside of that ATEM. Some of the cons, though, is it is an on-the-fly production. You cannot set things up in advance. You have limited functionality, and you don't have fine-tune control. And you only can show a single graphic at a time. Now let's talk about the software options that are out there. So what does the software do? It brings in every camera separately. meaning that I can have multiple different cameras all in one production. The number of cameras I can do isn't limited by number of slots on a device. It's only limited by your computer's processing power, because if you have multiple different ports or expansion cards, you can easily have hundreds of cameras as long as your computer can support it. And software also allows us to send the entire production directly to Zoom. So what are some of my software recommendations? Well, we do have cloud-based software, so this would be StreamYard, Restream, OBS. OBS isn't cloud-based, but Restream and StreamYard are. We do have Mac options. So for the Mac, we have Ecamm Live, which is my favorite live streaming software. And then we have, on the PC, we do have vMix, which is also a very powerful software, not one I am personally familiar with, but I do know that it does do a very good job. So what hardware do we need for software? Well, we do need some capture cards if we are planning to use a DSLR quality camera. We can use USB to connect those cameras into our computer. However, do note that when you connect a DSLR via USB directly to the computer, you will lose quality because the quality of the video goes down when it gets converted to USB signal. You will need a computer, and then you can get a Stream Deck. It is extremely useful, but it is not required. So what are some of the pros to software? You can set everything up in advance. When I run a live show, I have all of my graphics, my cameras, my music, everything I need set up in advance, and I can, in a sense, have an entire show ready to go well before the event happens. I have way more control of the production, and I can make those on-the-fly adjustments. Some of the cons of using a software, it is potentially more money because all of these some have free options. Some are paid-only options, like Ecamm is a paid-only software. It is a deeper learning curve, but once you get it set up, it is something that is easy to repeat. And this does rely on your computer's power, so the more beefy of a system you have, the better your stream quality is going to be. But now let's say we want to combine them. We have the ATEM and we have a software. Well, this is kind of like taking both and creating a nice hybrid of the two. We have the efficiency on your computer because now the ATEM is handling all the cameras, but we still have the functionality of the software to handle all the graphics and having that. So, like I just said, it is the benefits of the software option. You can have things set up in advance, and it's offloading that CPU usage of the cameras onto the ATEM because now we just have that single video source. The cons, though, is the software is only going to see one camera at a time. It cannot see all of the cameras because it doesn't know that all those cameras are there. It only sees one source from the ATEM, and we don't have control over the cameras inside of our software. They are completely controlled in the ATEM, and even that, it's limited to what control we do have. Now, I keep teasing the Stream Deck. Where does the Stream Deck fit in? Well, the Stream Deck is not a replacement for the software or the ATEM. A Stream Deck is a USB device. It is plug and play. It is only going to do whatever you tell it to do. It doesn't do anything more than it is a link between your software and taking that software from a level 3 or a level 2 and making it a level 4 production. Push button simple. It is controlling your production at a push of a button, and it's just really easy. When I run my live shows, my Stream Deck is right next to me, and I am literally just pushing buttons to change cameras, pull up graphics. Everything is at the push of a button. So, hopefully we have shed some light on whether to go with a hardware option or a software option. If you have any questions about this, please do not hesitate to reach out to us, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. And also, if you haven't done so yet, we are about to open up our course, Level Up Your Live Stream. It is coming out very soon, and we will be giving away some copies of the course when it does open up. So make sure to stay tuned for that as well. Until next time, guys, I'm out of here. Peace.